Speaking of the book, it celebrates shielding Christ's enemies from the political consequences of their evil, promotes lying to do so, glorifies resistance to just government. The invading Nazis are just government.
He was in the game. He was in the game. Like, he was in the game, so he was participating. Like, once you're in the game, it's not really cute someone that's in the game.
And co-belligerence with communists. There's not a word about the communists in the book. Oh, she was just hiding that. That's the other thing. I saw there was another post in this thread. She must have been a communist. I'm sure it never said anything about it, but she must have been a communist. You look at her entire life, not a shred of this. And these morons, these idiots, these empty-headed dolts, are willing to attack a woman of such Christian character. And these people call themselves Christians. They call themselves ministers. They call themselves Reformed. Paints the just consequences for these actions as persecution. We're talking about concentration camps here. I'm not sure how many of these more idiot fools have been to any of the concentration camps. I have. So, being put into a place where most people just simply died within a matter of months is the just consequences for these actions, and that shouldn't be viewed as persecution.
I must dutifully point out that under the current conditions in the Litzmannstadt ghetto, further transfers, whether of Jews from the Old Reich or Gypsies, are not possible. If the ghetto were purely an extermination ghetto, then one might consider the forced concentration of Jews. Likewise, I want to immediately answer a thought that is surely being thought. The thought that is being thought to the effect that one says, yes, you know that you kill the adult Jews? I understand that completely. But how can you do that to women and children? On that, I have to tell you something. The children will one day grow up. Do we want to be so indecent as to say, no, we are too weak for that. But our children can deal with them sometime, and they should fight it out as well. That then this Jewish hatred, today small, grown-up small, and later grown-up Avengers, would lay hands on our children and grandchildren, that they would have to solve the problem once again, but at a time when no Adolf Hitler is alive? No, we cannot take responsibility for that. That would have been cowardly, and therefore we preferred a clear solution, as difficult as it was.
And does so all in the name of white Protestant Christianity. There was never a whisper about white. This was Holland. Okay? Most of the people there are white. They're European. You can't have the IQ of a wet shoelace and write this kind of stuff unless you are morally and ethically utterly compromised. 24 copies are available at your local Christian homeschool bookstore. Probably. Hope so. Ministers cite it in the pulpit as something well-known and beloved. Yep, we do. I just did. And then the conclusion, the rot is very deep. But when you're a Nazi, you probably think that anything like this is rot. You, sir, are the rot. And anyone who supports you is helping with the rot.